Hi guys, follow me on Instagram to never ever miss any of my crazy updates. Hi guys and welcome to another vlog. Today's topic is about ICE versus EVs. What exactly is ICE? ICE stands for internal combustion engines, which is petrol or diesel. EV of course is electric vehicle. Now you can have hybrids as well, which is a mix of both. But today we are going to be talking mainly about ICE versus EVs, and it's mainly petrol versus electric. So recently I was driving an electric car and that thought came to me that a lot of people were inquiring. Everywhere I was going with the MG ZS EV, people were like, what is this car? Is it full electric? Obviously the green number plate attracts a lot of attention. These commonly asked questions should be there in a video. So we're making this video today. You can see for yourself. You want to make a quick overtake. There is no resistance. There's just immediate thrust, immediate go. Thanks to the electric motor, which has so much oomph on offer. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That's the like button, and also subscribe to the channel. Let's start straight away by differentiating what exactly is an electric vehicle. An electric vehicle obviously doesn't have any engine. It's powered by an electric motor and has a battery pack, right? All that is clear. Right now in India, there are multiple electric cars. Soon Mercedes is going to be launching the EQC, which is actually based on the GLC. And by 2030, a large chunk of cars would be electric, not only in India but abroad. Rather, not only abroad but some in India as well. In fact, some of the countries have also come up with a regulation that only electric cars can be sold or driven in certain parts of the city. So eventually, we are going to electric for sure. There's no denying that fact because of efficiency. Mainly it's about emissions, right? For countries to ban ICE vehicles, the motivation happens to be emissions. Because of so much emissions coming from vehicles, global warming is happening, all that stuff is happening. So just for the climate change aspect, electric vehicles are really coming into play right now. Now you can say that Tesla is responsible for revolutionizing the whole electric vehicle segment, but their cars are very pricey. They're not coming to India anytime soon, and even when they're going to be launched in India, they're going to be extremely expensive. So let's just focus on the three mass market electric cars, which is Tata Nexon EV, the MG ZS EV, and the Hyundai Kona. Every time you get on the gas, there's an instant surge of thrust. Now between all these three cars, there's no denying the fact that the MG ZS EV is the best. And it is the best because of multiple reasons. It has the best range on offer, it has the best performance, and it has a good blend of features and comfort too. The whole segment is catered in a way where the Nexon is sort of the entry level, the Nexon EV in the electric vehicle segment. That's the cheapest electric vehicle you can buy. Now I'm not going to be talking about Tigor EV and all those cars, because honestly they don't have any range, right? You're going to get out of your parking and you're going to take a U-turn and come back to charge. That's the kind of situation. I'm joking here, I know I'm exaggerating stuff. They still have a range of 80 or 90 kilometers, but that's nothing. Honestly, whatever the claim range is, just subtracted by 30%, because in the real world you'll use AC, you're going to give it the beans, you're going to do all that, and obviously it's going to deplete the battery. You have to understand one thing, that any time a new technology comes, it takes some time for the technology to become mass market available. And when I say mass market available, it means cost wise. So right now electric vehicles are obviously more expensive, and that cost is going to come down with time as batteries become cheaper and they increase the production, economies of scale, all those things happen. Then the price is going to reduce further. If you see the MG ZS EV, the one I was driving, the top end cost will be 25 lakhs on road Mumbai. When they launch the petrol version of the car, which is going to get a turbo petrol engine, the price will be around 17-18 lakhs on road Mumbai. See, massive price difference as such. It's almost like 30-40% more expensive because of electric. Now what is the reason for it being expensive? Like I told you, adaptability, economies of scale. With time obviously the price is going to come really down, and that's something which every industry faces, and technology is also going to get better. Right now you see the range is not that great for most of the cars. Like you still have to charge it every 2-3 days. You can't go intercity without stopping for charging, but that's going to change. You're going to get EVs which will have like 1000 kilometers of range on one charge, which are going to charge faster as well. And that's when technology progresses. I think there's also a stumble on technology from the perspective of some of the big battery manufacturing companies. They hinder the development so that they can recover the cost they've invested in a particular technology, because that's something which we all know. There's a lot of politics and lobbying which happens in all the industries. So let's keep that aside for a moment. Outright, let me tell you, electric vehicles are not having a soul as such. They don't have the mechanical clunk. And every time you shift a gear, you feel so much pleasure. Okay, that was not the right word to use. Every time you accelerate, the noise, the sound, the mechanical feel, the thrust, the hydraulics, everything comes into play. With the electric vehicle, it kind of feels lifeless. It feels like a fast bullet train. It doesn't feel like a chuk gadi. Unfortunately, that is the problem. That is the future, unfortunately. But even cars are getting all this fake stuff happening. A lot of these cars are having fake sounds on the inside just to make you feel that you're driving fast, you're driving something with a lot of throatiness and massive exhaust, but that's not the case. But still, if I compare outright between a petrol car or a diesel car and an electric car, I realize that petrol and diesel just gives you so much feel while driving. The electric does not. Plus, your eye is always on the how much battery you're consuming. So the game goes from, oh, I am the fastest around, to, oh my god, how much battery did I save today? Unfortunately, that's the scene. Is the price of electric cars like the Kona and the ZS EV on the higher side? Of course it is. For 25 lakh rupees, I can get a Tata Harrier. Why would I buy a smaller car? It's for reasons like the cost of running an electric car is rupees 1 per kilometer. Meanwhile, it is almost 7 to 8 times more for a petrol or diesel car, because electricity is much cheaper. But in a country like India, where we are not self-sufficient in terms of electricity, where we are actually burning fossil fuel to power up stuff and use generators, it doesn't make any sense. This whole electric revolution is very overhyped, honestly. Yes, you're saving the planet, extremely cheap running cost, and of course the performance is mind-boggling because all the torque comes from 0 RPM. So the acceleration is so freaking brisk. There's no car which can compete with you from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour. When I was driving the MG ZS EV, people around me were like trying to come fast and all. I get onto the gas and it flies. That is the level of acceleration on offer. But because electric vehicles are mainly about torque output and not power as such, the hindrance happens in the top end, which means obviously no top end as such because it's a continuous surge, there's no gas, so there's no top end. I'm talking about top speed. EQC has a top speed limited to 180 kilometers per hour. Volvo started limiting its cars to 180 kilometers per hour. There's no limitation required because in the future all cars will be not capable of doing more than 180 kilometers per hour because electric cars are having that hindrance. Obviously Tesla does 250 kilometers per hour. Tesla is like the premium cream of electric cars. The technology is completely different. It's like, you can call it, I'm not going to dilute Ferrari here, I just say you can call it the Lamborghini of electric cars. That is what Tesla is. Model S P100D. But Tesla is just too expensive. It's just sort of a niche. You just can't get into play because even when you compare the Model 3, it's still on the expensive side. What we need is hybrid in between, as a bridge between petrol, diesel and electric vehicles, because hybrid kind of offers you the best of both worlds. And in terms of hybrid technology, obviously Toyota is really brilliant because they have this self-charging hybrid. In terms of efficiency, obviously electric is on the top, diesel is right below. Then there is petrol hybrid and then there is petrol non-hybrid. However, diesel hybrid I think would come close to electric in terms of efficiency, but no brand is doing it for reasons best known to them because some countries are right behind diesels. Nobody's really seeing that the kind of pollution being done by commercial vehicles. Everybody's just behind passenger cars for reasons best known to them. So first and foremost, as far as performance goes, there's nothing beating an electric car because the outright acceleration is great. OMG, it just juts ahead so fast now. It's like going out of control. That is the level of performance on offer. But beyond that, it really stumbles. It cannot match a petrol or diesel car. Secondly, in terms of efficiency, obviously electric is the best. You can have your cake and eat it too because performance is great, acceleration is great, efficiency is amazing as well. But you need to charge it, and charging can take time. It's not as convenient as driving a regular car because you have to charge it, and that charging time is there. DC fast charger is impossible for all of us because it costs a lot of money. You can't buy a DC fast charger, it's going to cost 18 to 20 lakh rupees. So what do? You go to a DC fast charger which is going to take 1 hour. 1 hour waiting to top up, not my thing at all. Unless they make cafes or they do some sort of thing where you can come. The whole idea is that shopping centers need to have that. Like that's how Tesla has made their supercharger network. You go to shop, you can plug your car, by the time you're back it's full charge. So that's kind of cool. But at home with the AC charger, rather a AC fast charger, it's going to still take 8 to 10 hours, and every time plugging it in is a pain in the rear because every day I'm charging so many things. I'm charging my phone, I'm charging my laptop, I'm charging my GoPro, I'm charging my camera, I'm charging so many things. It's kind of frustrating for me to keep charging stuff time and again. So all of you guys looking to buy an electric car, I would say that wait right now, don't be in a hurry. I know it's tempting, the acceleration. What's tempting is that you are so environmentally responsible, and of course the acceleration is mind-boggling. Running cost is super cheap as well. But think about this, with time the battery technology will become better. Not just that, there are going to be more charging networks. And honestly, right now, charging infrastructure is very poor in our country. It's extremely poor. You cannot restrict yourself to only charging at one place, like at your house. I know it's fine if you want to charge at your house, but every time you can't do that. You can't travel intercity because you're reaching someplace, you don't know if there's a charger there. However, developed countries obviously have a great charging network. That's the reason adaptability is higher. Honestly, right now, nothing beats a diesel car at all. And somebody should go ahead and make a diesel hybrid that would be massively awesome in terms of fuel economy, in terms of performance. Just imagine all the torque and then the battery also kicking in to propel you ahead at lower speeds or lower RPMs. That's going to be mind-boggling both for performance as well as fuel efficiency. So I hope the whole confusion around electric cars is resolved right now. My personal take is it's not worth buying right now because of the high price and the low charging infrastructure, but expect things to change going forward, specifically speaking in terms of battery capability, which is both in terms of range and the amount of charging networks and the time it takes to charge. I believe in the future electric cars are going to have a bigger range. They're going to be faster in terms of outright acceleration. The best part is there are going to be more charging stations and the charging infra will be better, and most importantly it is going to charge faster as well. So I think that's like have your cake, blow the candle and eat it too. That's like the best of all the possible worlds. I hope you guys like this video. Let me know what is your preference between electric, diesel, petrol, CNG, LPG, biodiesel, water, hydrogen and whatnot. Bye bye.